episode. You sold a bunch of stuff that was been sitting in your inventory for a while, including a bunch of dragon scales and hide. I believe at least one of you got a nice set of armor, in addition to some shields. You made some new friends. Some old friend and an old friend returned, and two other companions went away somewhere. Made a few contacts around the city, and at this point, you were looking to, after getting some, you got your rest from, well, you got your rest before you met some new friends, but you're fully rested from the other day, well, the other session. Sorry, and we're planning on going back to the Mages College in order to utilize that transportation tower. Now, the headmaster, she had done some translations and done some comparisons and offered you a few options for a particular island gateway. And I believe you guys settled on Watchtower, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, she cannot guarantee where exactly that is. She just knows that it's on one of the islands potentially nearby, which you think, or at least hope, is the one you're looking for. Nope. Vax, no. So while after you got to back to the college, your new friend Hamlet decided that he's not he just transported from another world and is deciding he's going to get some research done. He's not entirely ready to take on pirates as far as he's concerned. So he is going to be staying behind at the college while the rest of you guys continue on. For now, real life thing is that his player is having to move and change jobs again. Hopefully, he will be able to rejoin us. But at the moment, he's not able to play any D&D.
That was fast.
Yeah, we were like all staring at his notice from it's like, but yeah, life gets in the way sometimes. Anyway, so you're planning on heading to Watchtower. I believe you've already gotten all the equipment that you guys need.
I guess so.
And there's Cloud.
Hi.
We're just doing a recap from last week and explaining where Hamlet is now.
Where is Hamlet?
He's decided he's going to stay behind at the college and do some research, while everyone else goes off to fight pirates.
Well, as long as he comes back.
Hopefully he will.
He will. We've already had that conversation.
Yeah.
I said, bitch.
Yeah.
I didn't do this to be by myself. What good is the Cloud and Hamlet story if there's no Hamlet?
Well, let's hope Cloud doesn't die again.
Thanks, Grizz.
Well, I did accidentally kill off the unkillable player on Sunday. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that. You goofed.
Yeah. Yeah, years of playing together, years of playing with other people. That was the first time she's ever lost a PC.
Aww. Was it at least an epic loss? Or was it something stupid like falling off the bed?
It was epic. It was in the middle of Descent into Avernus. I don't want to say more in case it spoils the story for anyone else. Anyway, so you guys have several locations added to your key page. Hold on, I don't think I updated that handout. God damn it. Book from Ethos Tower. But basically, you have one to a place called Watchtower, There's one marking for the unknown but no one has come back location on the additional active locations map. And I could have sworn there was one other, but I think it was Ethos Island, which you guys already know. You kind of took down.
I
You took
apologize. I'm eating a crunchy taco. I did not hear that very last bit of that sentence.
That you already took down the one in on Ethos Island, so you believe that one
Oh,
is
The
an
Druid Tower.
Yeah.
Hey, Topaz.
Mm.
Animal crackers in my soup. Yes? No? No Shirley
I'm
Pimple?
not familiar with that.
Oh. Monkeys and rabbits, loop de loop. I'll show G how I have fun counting animals one by. I'm just gonna shut up now.
Okay. Sorry, I was typing it down so it could be easy to see. Ah, god damn it! Why did that? I hate you. Autocorrect. All right, so those are basically your three options, but it seems that one of them has been already taken off the table, and the majority of you were saying Watchtower sounds promising. Watchtower was one that was listed as it supposedly inactive according to the book you got from Ethos Island. But what the mage, the headmistress, continues to inform you is that these inactive things. It seems that that said no, you can still transport there, and it's unclear what the inactive or not active symbol really means. It could mean that once you get there, it might be you have to find some way of powering it back up from the other side. And that's what it means by inactive.
One-way trip.
Yeah, so the one called Watchtower is potentially a one-way trip.
But it's on an island, right?
That's what the headmistress believes, yes, according to her research.
We have a folding boat.
That we do. So, if we go through that, we ration up and just get ready for the potential of a long trip on foot.
Possibly. But I'm just saying, at least we know if worse comes to worse, we can just go to the sea and still get back somehow.
Sure.
Between people swimming or being on the folding boat, we won't be stranded.
Should we consider getting a chart of some kind
Chart for what?
in case we're sent along the coast in one direction or the other for general wayfinding?
I don't think there's really any need for that. I should be able to tell where we are, especially if I can get to the waves.
I'm down with that.
And if you can't,
Well, I can still swim. I don't know about you.
just
It's not
kind
about
of
the size of
looks
the boat,
at her
it's the motion of
body.
the ocean.
Just kind of like looks at her body. Pretty sure I could swim.
Assuming that we don't want to swim all the way back to Saltmarsh, would the headmistress happen to know any way to maybe activate it if we needed to?
Well, I think I might know less than you do at this point. You mentioned something about what was happening in Ethos Island, correct? About about what the weird ritual that those druids were doing.
Yeah.
With the vampire.
Hmm. They might have been using some sort of already enchanted item in order to power it up, and perhaps what it needs is some kind of energy conduit, something of those natures.
A catalyst.
Yes. There you go. You now have transport tower notes in your handouts.
A catalyst like what?
Well, like a magical item, or perhaps there's some kind of other energy source that might be utilized.
Human sacrifice.
Possibly.
Well, then we're screwed.
Yeah, we don't have any humans.
That's the one thing we're in short supply of.
We can find some.
Noxie holds up a sign. Pirates.
Exactly.
Oh.
Not wrong.
Well, if this really is a pirate stop, then maybe they have ships that we can take advantage of. And of course, that's only if this is the pirate's place.
True. Should we stop by Tibbet with the magnesium bar? See what kind of ideas he has? I can leave a bit of gold with him to fund the research and development while we're on our travels.
If you wanted to go ahead and do that, I'm fine with it.
I'll do that, and I'll pick up a couple pieces for Cloud. I'll meet you guys back at the Mage Tower in 3-4 hours.
Fair enough.
Or entrance to the Mage College, rather. We'll meet up.
You're
Who wants to pick up
currently
rations?
in the headmistress's office.
Yes, but I need to run back out and finish shopping.
Okay. So what is it all you need?
Don't we still need to get the magnesium thing?
Okay.
So, I want to, because I have a fair amount of gold, depending on the price. I have no problem leaving a bit of gold with Tibbet to help kind of bankroll a little bit of R&D for him. So I'm okay putting in a little gold for that. And I want to look into getting braces of archery and a bow of warning for Cloud, price permitting. And how many of us are there? 1, 2, 5, 6. Unless we have any NPCs going, I want to get minimum 4 days worth of food for all of us. So 24 rations.
What
You
was
do
the?
realize that Cloud is on your crew, right? And you think 24 rations is going to be enough?
He doesn't know Cloud enough to know that.
Just out of character.
You see, that's called metagaming. Cogsworth has no way of knowing that Cloud is a bottomless pit.
How
I
many
was
days
just kidding.
do we need?
I think 4 days will set us.
Okay.
If we're going to be gone for a long trip, 4 days will be enough to figure out another food source, I think.
Okay. Did we ever get the magnesium bomb? Whatever.
No, that's what I'm working on now. I'm going to make a stop by Tibbet, see what he has developed. If we like it, I'll grab it. If he feels like there needs to be more development, I'll leave him with a bit of gold to fund that. And I'll pick up the rest of the stuff, and I'll meet you guys back at the entrance to the Mage College, because I don't remember the way to the Watchtower, and we'll go from there.
The Watchtower is the name of the place that you're planning on teleporting to.
Oh, the Necro College. I don't remember how to get into that way.
Okay.
Yeah, Noxie, you ate them all on your travels.
Yeah, there's no way I still have them in my bag.
Yeah,
So
you'd have
just-
either eaten them or they'd have gone bad by now.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning up my inventory. But I have exactly 4 days of rations, so I'll be good.
Then I'll get 20.
I have 10.
Then I'll get 10.
Hey, babe.
Yeah?
Why don't you get 10?
I want enough for us to survive so I can prepare food and water. Oh, I think I can do that.
So, does anyone else have anything that they need to get done before travel?
Nope.
Does this place have falafels?
Roll investigation.
Oh.
This is a very cosmopolitan city. It's entirely possible.
Actually,
If this you haven't spotted any falafels in the central district, which is where the college is located.
hey, Grizz.
Yep.
Uh, one. I'm just going to type out my list of things because I also want to add a tarp, some poles, and rope. Basically, we can make
Alright.
improvise a lean-to if we have to,
Yeah,
or
when
cover
when
on
it
a
comes when
floating
it
boat.
comes to those sort of items, you can get them at cost in the from the player's hand guide.
Okay.
Since we spent, like I said, 2 sessions already, pretty much
Yeah. I just
shopping
didn't know how much you
and
wanted to roll. I want to get
normally I like lots of roll, but as I said, we've already spent 2 sessions shopping, and I imagine that everyone's tired of it at this point and doesn't want to do it anymore and would rather go out and exploring and then come back and do more shopping.
I don't mind RP, but yeah, let's go hit some stuff.
Yeah. So, does anyone have anything in particular they need to buy? Any special items? Anything more than this player handbook stuff?
No.
I'm good.
Because I already thought that the bracers and the longbow were things that Cloud already had from her choices of magical items. Because you got you got without needing to buy. You showed up with certain amounts of magical items based on your level.
Oh, fuck.
We did not know that.
I could have sworn I told. Never mind. Maybe
Could be.
it slipped
You
my
might
mind. But yeah, you already you basically look around and you discover that you have a bag of holding at your side that you didn't realize was there, that contains bracers of archery and a longbow of warning. So
Cool.
you already have. So Cloud you already have those items.
So you also have a bow of warning.
Mm-hmm.
So when Cloud pulls these out, her eyes like shine. Because I feel like she would vaguely remember what she wore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just very vaguely.
Yeah.
What do the bracers look like out of curiosity?
I'm gonna go with they are like a bluish, greenish color.
Did they
Like
have any
what?
crystal set into them?
Is your cone crystal? No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Oh, okay, fine. There's one zirconium crystal in each one of them there.
Little piece of zirconium.
There you go, dear.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Topaz, is it possible that you can put it on push to talk or something? I'm hearing a lot of typing from your end. Thanks. Okay, so now that Cloud has discovered she has this item, and Cogworth comes back with the other items that he was looking for, pretty much just finding them in the market to the over the bridge to the east. It seems like the group of you is now ready for travel. You head into the Hall of Necromancy, where what used to be the Hall of Necromancy, and you see that there's already students and teachers working to slowly clear out the amber, as well as figure out what they're going to do about the fact that there is a bone claw in the middle of some of that. There's even some discussion as they wonder if any of these students, like that Fern person, could still be alive in some sense, and try finding a way of bringing them back if they are. So you are escorted into the area that has the transport tower, and you find it just the way you left it, although there is now two guards pretty much in arcane garb standing outside.
If it's not too much of a trouble, we're hoping to use this.
They nod. Yeah, the headmistress did say that you're to be allowed to access the teleportation sigil, but she also said to keep an eye out for people that might want to use it that might be bad people. So
Uh,
we will be setting we've got a field up at the moment, and you kind of gestures towards this weird shimmery kind of this shimmery bit in the air just between the hole that was made into this section. We've got basically a force shield up there, and so just make sure that you are aware of that when you come back, if you use it to come back.
we'll definitely keep that in mind. It's a good idea.
So the two guards go ahead and undo the enchantment, basically opening it up at that point, giving you an unobstructed path directly into the transportation thing.
Lego!
From what the headmistress discerned, you will need to essentially put the symbol that you of the place you wish to go to into the center of the circle in order to activate it. That the rest of the enchantments are permanent. That you don't actually need to be a magic user in order to use it, but it has to be specific to a linked part of the network. Basically, you can't just create your own symbol and try to add it in. It's it's a kind of a closed network in that sense.
I got you.
Damn, Lego.
All right, if you guys are ready, I'll go ahead and
Pulls Nyx out of her shirt and looks at her. Are you ready to go? Yep, we're ready. Puts the rat back in her shirt.
If we're ready, I'll go ahead and draw the symbol.
And it is for the watchtower, correct?
Yeah, it's the one for the watchtower.
All right. As soon as you do so, the six of you feel a bit of a lurch, and you are transported. Well, I don't think I have room on the map for all of you, so instead of for your actual tokens, so I will just put like that. And you find yourself in the room of a tower, very much like the one in Ethos, except this one doesn't have corpses littering in. It doesn't have a big hole in the ceiling. It does have spider webs, but they seem like from more reasonable sized spiders instead of the really big ones. There are bits of rubble laying here and there, and as the light from the transportation fades, it just becomes really dark in here. Everyone with dark vision can make out the bits of the symbol along the ground, but you can't feel even the faintest magical hum from it anymore. Those of you without dark vision, you're basically in a pitch black room that seems a bit wide.
Dark vision help.
Yeah, dark vision. You can make out that there, much like the tower, the Ethos one, there is a door, more of an archway, really, to your what would be the equivalent of east, and it looks like some kind of stairs heading down from there, and just basically wide spaces.
So it's not like the ladder hat from the other one? It actually
No.
has a proper stairway?
No, it has a proper stairway. The latter one, it looked like their stairway had collapsed on it, and they,
Okay.
the druids there had put this in. This looks like it's basically intact but untouched, and yeah, there is a few chunks of like stonework on the ground, but nothing too severe. Nothing that suggests like plants have grown through the walls or that anything is or any monster has made its nest here. Just more of
It's the decay.
decay of time for the last 1,000 years.
Cool. Thank you. We lost Emily.
I think she's back.
She might have had audio issues. Can you hear us, Emily?
If there's a door, I will approach it stealthily.
All right. Roll for stealth. Yeah, you move quietly along the hall. until until the doorway. You look out, and it's just more dust. Stairs heading down. No movement. Well, technically there is
What?
some movement. There's like, tiny little spiders, like the typical spiders you'd see in an abandoned barn or something like that, kind of like moving slowly up the ceiling, but on webs, but nothing big, nothing that seems threatening in any
And
way.
what's outside, and what's past the door?
It's a much wider space, much like the one on Ethos Island, but here there's actually proper stairs heading down instead of a ladder.
But it's
Just
still
old-
indoors, or it's
It's indoors. It's all old and musty and some cobwebs, but nothing. No,
I
no
guess
big
I'll look back and
cobwebs.
see if everybody's coming, or I'll start
Yep.
heading down.
Yeah, Noxie's gonna go right behind Topaz and also try stealth.
All right.
Accidentally GM rolled it.
That's okay. I forget. Cogsworth, did you pick up anything to help you with seeing in the dark, or are you still blind here?
Dark vision. I've had them for a while now. My
Okay.
eyes are purple.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Sorry. Yeah, so all of you have dark vision. Then we're good.
Also, real quick, can we see Cloud?
I can see Cloud.
No.
Can we see
And
Cloud?
I am.
Oh.
Is it complete darkness?
It's complete darkness, so actually, no, you guys would not be able to see Cloud at this point because she just vanishes in darkness.
Anyone see the cat girl? Cloud?
Hello.
Ah, where was that?
I'm right here.
No, you're not.
Bitch, I'm in front of you!
Cogsworth sticks out his hand.
Ow!
Great. We can't see you.
You hear what you think might be a faint rumble
Oh,
of
for
thunder
fuck's
in the
sake!
distance.
Why don't we just blow a horn?
Alright, I should
up.
try and be stealthy too.
Basically,
Pointless
screaming.
now.
basically,
God.
both Volan and Dread trip over some bits of stone that came unlodged at some point, and are basically both, crashing into each other and onto the floor, and possibly into Cloud, who they can't see either.
I'm gonna, walk up to Topaz and be like, is this normal?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. It's like traveling with the goddamn carnival.
There's fucking
Everywhere
logs
we
flying
go.
everywhere.
Or you just hear Cloud, even though you can't see her, you just hear her go, da 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 da.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Dread, who no longer has disadvantage, still got a 4.
And Volan also got a 3. 2 net ones.
Forget
Oh,
it. I just start walking down the stairs normally. I'm not even-
Yeah, I get out of stealth too.
Now, you find that it is very much like that last place in Ethos. Different little, was probably offices back at some point, or rooms, possibly little bedrooms, all empty, all on that second floor, with another set of stairs leading down to a first floor, which includes other storage areas that, unlike the second floor and the third floor, which you came in on, is more occupied, but it's by simple rats who quickly run away as soon as they see you, or rather, as soon as they hear the two very loud individuals in your party. They don't attempt to attack you. They don't come near, even though Cloud has a rat of her own.
Well, it's a good thing they're not hostile.
However, as you get to the front door, it looks like whoever was last in this place, probably a very long time ago, they seem to have sealed it with some kind of very heavy stonework and not a conventional lock.
So does it look like it can be broken down?
The door?
Yeah, if it's been sealed.
Most likely. Give me a investigation check.
I'm confused. Is that the way forward or just another
Oh
building?
my god.
Volan, you're more convinced. You're more convinced that this area was a door on Ethos Island, on the same looking tower. This is a wall in front of you.
At this point, what's the point? Where are we going?
Dylan, it's a fucking door.
That's not correct.
That's not correct.
Did you get hit in the head?
Well, I might have. I tripped.
Moxie rolls up her sleeves, begins to attempt to push open the door.
I'm gonna help.
I'll help too.
It's pointless.
Roll athletics at advantage.
All right.
I take a step back. Dun, 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 dun.
Can anyone else see the cat? Because I can't.
God damn it! I'm right here.
Yeah, it's like Noxie, you just kind of push on it, and Roland could be right. It might just be a wall. It doesn't move.
Are there any windows? Fuck this shit. Are there any windows?
Investigation check, please.
Fuck. I don't know.
Nope.
God, we're all fucking stupid.
How can you be sure there's a door here? Obviously, it's not working. There are 3 of you pushing against the door,
Well,
and
maybe,
nothing's happened.
maybe if we had someone with some strength. You just
Fucking-
hear this like out of nowhere. You don't even know where she is.
Literally, no one can see Cloud right now.
Move out of the way, for the love of God. Bam.
All right,
God.
so
Oh.
you guys just kind of scatter as as Topaz just crashes her fist with the ring of the ram into the wall. Like before her fist can even touch the wall or door or whatever it is, a ram materializes in its place. It's like you've seen before with that sea serpent and other times, and it just crashes right through the the stone facade. The stones crumble to the ground, and there's a bit of a flare of arcane energy. But you can see outside into a forest.
Is it
Noctil-
bright outside?
Dim light. It's because it's still like midday. So
You just see a paw come out of the darkness and say, "Door."
Noxie holds up a sign. I loosened it for you.
Yes, you did, Noxie. Yes, you did.
you see lots of dense shrubs. You see lots of trees that are close together. This entire area looks like it's overgrown and that no humans or other signs of civilization have been through here in a very long time.
This is great.
You did hear after the, crashing up through the wall, door, whatever it is, several hoofed creatures just running away from the general area.
Cows.
You don't know.
Probably deer of some sort.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
Midday.
We don't see any smoke or signs of civilization.
Not where you're currently at, no. It looks like no one's been in this area for a very long time.
We'll climb a tree.
Alright, give me an athletics or an acrobatics check with your choice.
Cloud walks out into the dim light. Everybody can see her now.
You try to grip hold onto the bark, but you just can't make it up the trunk.
Look over the box. You climb that.
All right.
Okay,
Noxie's going to attempt to climb the tree.
so am I.
I'm gonna use acrobatics though.
Okay.
Fuck, you don't even need me to do anything.
Yeah, the little goblin girl just kind of runs right up the side of the tree. She just very nimble, and it gives you a bit of a view. Can you guys see the map? See the little tower in the middle there?
See the little tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, because that's basically what you saw beforehand, just getting into the tower. Your view from above the tree would probably be a bit wider. That you can see off to the north, some ways past most of the trees. You can see a bit of the ocean. A bit to the south, you see what looks like hills starting to peek up over the edge of the forest. There's also a bit of the ocean towards the west. But yeah, you would probably see about that much from the top there. Mostly what you see is trees everywhere.
Smoke, fire.
Yeah. Do I see any?
Roll-
signs of civilization.
Roll a perception check.
Buzzards.
I'm
Also
gonna
pretty
take
good
a
at
look-
that.
I'm gonna take a look at
Owls.
the ground. See if I see any
You don't
humanoid.
see any particular signs of anything like that. No. And what are you looking for, Cloud?
I'm just gonna take a look at the forest floor.
Okay, roll
And see
me
if-
a investigation check. Yeah, nothing. Doesn't look like anything's been here in a long time.
Wait, hold on. This is gonna sound stupid, but I would get advantage on that in the future, right? Because my favorite terrain is forest.
Yeah, and that
Okay.
was the 13 anyway. It's a
Yeah.
Still advantage.
But I just wanted to double check.
Yeah, you're in a forest. Hence advantage.
Nothing.
Noxie just looks down and shrugs.
Noxie, you're doing great.
She. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out something else I could do here. No, she just climbs down.
Noxie, did you find a way at least out of the forest?
She nods and she basically using cards describes. Actually, you know, she just kind of sketches what she saw, which is basically the map here. So there's ocean to the north and east, and there's hills to the south, and it seems like there's a path just kind of leading out to the east.
That's not meant as a path. That's just me getting used to the mapping software with the trees and not trying to overlap them all the time.
Okay, yeah. So just forest in most directions, but it does end in ocean in north and east, as far as Noxie can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to be more
So-
cautious with that next time because that does look like a path. But yeah.
Okay, so then here's the question: do we want to strike off overland, or hit the coast and see if we can just sail around it?
I personally... Go ahead.
If it's okay, I think we should go towards the coast. That way, we can see any comings and goings. It might be faster travel.
Yes,
And,
to all of the above. Downside is, if there are pirates, then
We're
it's
out in the
much more
open.
likely they'll see us.
Mm-hmm.
We're also very sneaky, though, so if we stay on the edge of the
yes,
forest...
we're just like
Stolen.
fucking ghosts. That's us.
We're on fucking three-ring circus.
Okay, regardless, at least we have some cover if we head this way and, you know, poke our heads through. Plus, they're more likely to be on the coast.
Is that
One would
before or
think.
after they hear us coming from here?
I'm very sneaky usually.
I look at
Don't
Topaz.
even. No.
Okay.
Any other thoughts?
I'd say play it
How
by
many-
ear, but
How many people can we fit in the folding boat? It turns into a full-size ship, doesn't it? If we wanted to.
What does it say on the item?
Who has it?
By the way you're talking, I thought you had it on your.
guys, I think Hamlet had it.
It's on me.
No. We would have taken it from him. We need that.
It's
Yeah.
It's
And
in.
we had two, didn't we? Didn't he have... Or Dread had one?
Yeah, I think one of you picked one up at one point, and Hamlet came with one.
Either Dread has it or I have it in the group bag of holding.
So,
Anyway, one of us has.
So, one command word causes the box to unfold into a boat 10 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. Has a pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a lantern. It can hold up to 4 medium creatures. Second command word causes the box to unfold into a ship 24 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 6 feet deep. Can has oars and can hold up to 15 creatures. So,
We would have to do the bigger one.
yeah.
It's alright, we can do that.
Sounds like a plan to me. We have to get out of here first.
It's got to sail. Can be sailed. Alright. So north? North by northeast?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep.
Lego.
So, Noxie climbs back down?
Oh yeah, I did that before to tell everyone. what was
Okay.
going on.
So, who would like to take over navigating underneath the tree cover?
Someone whose favorite terrain is forest.
I was getting ready to say I could, but I had a nacho in my mouth, okay? Give me a minute. I'll do it. I will lead the way.
So you are heading to the northeast. Is that correct? That's your plan?
Yeah, I'd say like right around there.
Okay. Since it's your favorite terrain, you may roll a survival check at advantage.
Woohoo! 22.
Means the 22, which means that you do go the correct way towards your destination.
Hallelujah, because if I fuck that up, Topaz would never let me fucking forget it.
Not wrong.
Who is on watch here? Like who is keeping an eye on things as your new friend Cloud leads you?
I will.
All right, roll me a perception check, please.
I should think we're all
24.
looking around kind of warily.
Yeah, I think Noxi's doing.
If anyone else wants to do that, you can.
Damn.
God
All
damn
right.
it, Noxie.
+5 to that stuff, man.
Man, she's off her game. She's been on
No, little
vacation
guy.
long.
No, little guy. My dice, little guy. You can influence the outcome if you're playing with the dice.
Yes, I can. Oh, look at you guys, three little triplets, seeing all the same shit. Too bad only one of you is sneaky.
All right. Okay, so Topaz, Volan, and Dread, as you guys walk around, you hear this weird squealing noise coming from the underbrush.
The hell was that?
Does it sound like any animal we'd know?
Yeah, I'm not good with making the sound, so I'm very sorry.
No.
Roll a nature check.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
not even gonna try that. I wouldn't know what it was if I made the check.
Yeah, Volan, you instantly recognize that as the sound of a boar. And it sounds like it's a fairly large boar at that. In fact, it sounds like there's several boars coming squeaking and squealing this way.
Okay, so don't freak out. But there sounds like there's a herd of boars coming in this direction.
Ooh, we having pork tonight.
Do we want to kill them, or do we want to just keep moving and hope they don't find us? Or follow us?
Would
What
you
are
rather
they-
take
are
out
they
the possible
carnivores or
threat
what?
now?
I mean, they sound kind of big.
You would
So
know,
maybe-
Volan, that boars are omnivores and opportunists. That while they aren't known for hunting, if they find you injured on the ground, they have no qualms about attempting to eat you. If they are large boars, which these sound like they might be, if they're bigger than you, well, certain members of your party, like Noxie, might be a tempting treat for them.
I'm gonna relay all that. So, Noxie may be gone, but the rest of us would probably be fine.
Draws out my bow. Alright,
Okay.
let's just take him out now.
Noxie just tries her best to hide.
She doesn't try to.
Just
She
sit on
doesn't try to look
Cogsworth's
big?
shoulders, and then you'll be too big for them to eat.
Not wrong. I don't have any guts to gore.
Hmm.
Alright. You may arrange yourselves any way you see fit.
I think
Soon
Hearing
we're going up
that-
the path here.
Okay, so I would probably be up here then.
hearing that idea, I think Noxie's gonna take a spear that she's just had, kind of adjust her like overcoat to like her cloak to be on top of it, and just kind of like attach that to her back so that it looks
She
like
looks
she's
bigger.
bigger than she is. Yeah.
Ooh.
Noxie's smart.
So, 3 three squealing giant boar come dashing down from the north.
No.
They look like they are quite or brain or angry or
Oh.
ornery. There we go.
They're
Uh,
mad.
mad, angry, and you. From looks of things, they are not aware that you are dangerous things. You just look like you might be, well, food. So it seems like people are not very common in this section, this area of the woods.
We came to a deserted island, didn't we?
Mhm.
Do we just stranded ourselves? Do we just like?
We
You
have
don't
a
know.
boat.
Let's get ready to roll initiative.
Watchtower, they said. Surely that means there's pirates there, they said.
No, you the one that said there might be pirates there.
I think it was Bolin. Alfie, what is wrong with you?
Advantage on initiative, I still roll less than a 10. Ugh.
Yeah, I need to check that.
What's your favorite
What
doing?
So we had to zip tie his little landings in his cage to the cage because he likes
You
to
rip
flip
them off.
them.
Ah,
And so he's getting very angry that he can't do that right now.
aw.
So he's like,
Does he have any toys to play with?
Oh, yeah.
Who are we missing? Cogsworth.
Yep. I was double checking if I rolled with the advantage or not.
why do I feel like I roll with advantage?
It's because
I
you
need to
did.
roll again. It didn't
What
roll
is
with
your
advantage.
size, by the way, Cogsworth? How big are
I'm
you?
medium.
No. Height-wise, how big are you?
6 something.
Okay. Oh, so you're not as big as I thought. All right. Dread, you're up first.
Quick question: would I be able to release that javelin throw?
Sure. On the one that's over here.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. You hear it squealing louder as the javelin pierces into its skin and sticks there.
Joyce, you didn't hear me. I'll move up there and I'll put it in action to attack the first one, the one that comes close first. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
So which one are you attacking?
The one that comes close to me first.
Okay, so you're holding your action, is what you said.
Yeah.
Got it. Cogsworth.
Right. I. Yeah, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
No.
Well, too bad. I will go ahead and, fearing the worst, cast Aid at 3rd level. And I'll apply the 10 HP to Dread, Topaz, and Bolin.
It lasts up to 8 hours. That's nice.
Uh-huh. And then I'll
It's
position
not
myself.
concentration either. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's like mage armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will shimmy over here. Yep, right there, actually. So
Okay.
they have to get past me to get to Noxie.
I look big now. It doesn't look like it matters though.
So this boar comes running right at Dread. Dread, your attack.
Okay.
It comes squealing, lowers its head, and just it's getting ready to ram you with its tusks.
These tokens are actually really cute.
Yeah, they're very woolly.
Woolly boars.
Hopefully I shouldn't have the fire.
Woolly Hammoth.
No fire? Okay.
No fire.
So it squeals, but it did charge. So it is going to.
The phi, that says phi damage.
It's
Does
going
it
to
defy
gore you with
the
its tusks. So you get an extra 2d6 damage. Ooh. Which is an 11, and you must roll a strength saving throw.
That's 21. Right.
So 21 damage as it lowers its head. It goes rushing right at you in a charge to try to gore you, even as you bring your blade around to slice at it. You do, however, manage to stand your ground. Your feet just kind of digging into the dirt at your feet. That was not a good sentence. Too many feet in there.
Okay.
Cloud.
I've been waiting for this.
You're
Okay,
currently
question.
in dim light that's filtering down from the treetops.
Wait, so a question.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to use my my sharpshooter,
Okay.
but I don't. I guess I'll just roll to attack and subtract 5 from it.
I think there's a damp global modifier to do, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, you can do that. Just there is a modifier, but if you can't find it, just let me know. So.
All right. Well, I'll mess with it later, so we'll just do it this way. I will go ahead and aim at this one.
Okay.
But first, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then to cast that, I just click on it, right?
It's already
you click
cast.
it
You
Okay,
kick it after you hit it to calculate the damage.
Oh my god.
So that completely misses. The arrow just kind of flies off into the brush.
It's fine. I got 2 more attacks. Heh.
The second one, you using sharpshooter?
Yeah, so.
Second one
be...
also misses.
Fuck me, dude. Okay.
The third one, on the
how
other
about
hand,
that one?
does hit, which is 19 damage because of the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Roll your hunter's mark.
Oh, you're a gloomstalker. I thought you were a rogue.
Nope, nope. So, 20.
Yeah. It squeals as an arrow just kind of slams right into its skull, but it's still up. It's kind of funny looking. It's almost like a unicorn now with an arrow sticking right out of its head.
Oh my god. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna just move over here.
Off screen where I can't see you?
Oh, sorry. Can you see me there?
Yeah, I can see you there.
Okay.
Nuxie.
I'm gonna go right for this one right here.
Which one?
This
Okay,
one right here in the
thanks.
back. I'm going to cunning action aim.
Alright.
So I'm not going to be able to move this turn. But I do get advantage on this shot
Alright.
with the crossbow.
That's really good for a rogue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And that will be my turn.
22 damage. This one just sinks right into this particular boar's eye, and you hear it squeal in horrible pain, but it does not drop.
Alright,
In
and that'll
fact,
be my turn.
the effect of that injury means it is streaking right down towards Cloud, and will attempt to gore her in a charge.
No!
Tusk, does that hit your AC?
Yeah.
Alright. So it lowers it's a very irate, and it lowers its tusks and slams them right into her for 17 points of damage.
Could be worse.
Topaz, you're up.
Counting squares. Yeah, okay. Advantage striking on that one.
Okay. Ho ho!
If it doesn't kill it, I will be spending a key point to stun it.
Yeah, it's not quite dead yet. See my screen, little guy. Can't sit in front of me. Constitution save. There for a boar. That saved.
Makes it easily. I'll go ahead and strike at that one a second time.
And that's enough to kill it. As it shrugs off your attempt to stun it, you just kind of bring your spear around and stab it right in the base of the neck, dropping it to the ground.
How far did I go for that? That was 30. All right, then 35, 40. Flank that one. Bonus action, martial arts attack. And key point for a stunning strike.
Alright. And that's also Constitution saving throw. And that one just sort of freezes up as you hit it in the right spot.
30, 40. And I'm going to finish my move. Let's see. 5, 50, 55.
I can't see you guys off the map. I don't know what's going on here.
I'm
Oh,
on
there
the
we
edge
go.
of the map on my screen.
There we go. I fixed it. There was just a problem with my screen. I couldn't see you guys at the very edge there.
And that'll end my turn.
Alright. Volan.
Alright, I'm going to move up to the boar closest to us.
Mm-hmm.
So 35 feet, and I'll make a great weapon master attack at advantage.
And you instantly cleave its head from its shoulders. And its body drops to the ground, blood spraying Cloud and Topaz.
Okay, and I'll move 5 feet back, that's 40, and I'll hold an attack if anything comes in my range.
You can't hold an attack after you've already attacked.
Oh, okay.
Because you get one attack action, which consists of multiple attacks. So you can only hold your action. You can't actually hold a single attack from that row.
Alright, well, I'll throw a javelin at disadvantage, I guess.
Alright. And that hits. Sphere sticks into this boar's thick hide.
Okay, and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, the boar, seeing other members of its charging herd collapse to the ground like that quickly, and it itself getting hurt, squeals as it turns around and runs past the trees and into the brush, far away from you guys.
Something about its token turning like that is funny to me.
So
I'd like to try and retrieve my bolt.
Alright.
And I would like to try and retrieve my arrows.
Both of you roll me a 1d2.
Bacon.
Can I get my javelins?
The bodies of two boar there. Also, roll me a 1d3, please, Volan. Noxie, you retrieve your bolt.
Awesome.
Volan, you retrieve both of your javelins.
There we
Glad
go.
you retrieve your arrow.
Well, is anybody
Good
hungry?
spinning.
I'm not.
I'll give it a shot.
Alright.
You're muted, dear.
I'm
These can
fairly
be
good
made
at
into
it.
bacon, yes?
I think so.
Bacon is the best land food ever made.
Cloud,
Agreed.
Would you like to assist me?
Yes.
All right.
Pulls out her dagger.
All right. And
So
we'll get
there,
first.
so there are 2 bodies. You can harvest, hide. You can harvest meat. Those of you who are working on the buddies, you can make survival rolls. You can also pair up and have one person roll at advantage. Those of you who are not making survival rolls, you can sit there and take a short rest. That's how much time it'll take for this harvesting process.
Do we
I
want
knew I should have
food,
used
or do you want
Ferrari's.
materials?
Anybody want any bacon?
Yes, please.
Okay, food. We'll get materials off one, food off of another. How does that sound?
Yep. We'll get food off the first one.
Noxie will try her best to make a fire.
18.
All right.
And then we'll try to get hide off the other.
These are giant boar. So let's see. Giant boar probably weigh what? Several tons.
Was it a 2x2 or a 3x3?
2x2.
2x2.
I would think of it around a ton, maybe 2,
Alright.
depending on how much it's muscle and how much it's blubber.
All right. So, yeah. So during the next hour, you successfully managed to harvest 50 pounds worth of usable meat from the corpse.
All right. We'll probably want to see to smoke or cook some of that so it'll last. We can do that when we make camp.
And you guys don't have a bag of colding, do you?
I have a bag of holding.
No, colding. You don't have a bag
Oh.
of colding to keep
Oh.
to keep food fresh.
Oh no, we do
Salty.
not.
Well, if we just have to salt it.
Do you have salt?
Well, we can get salt from the
We
sea.
could just put Topaz's attitude on it.
Oh yes, okay, I see what you did there.
Nice.
Thanks.
My fiance, everybody.
We should continue going. I mean, it's not the end of the world if we don't get this meat.
So
But
yeah,
it's
there's
bacon.
still another complete corpse over there. You see-
Yeah,
You see,
I think
Bacon and
Noxie's-
fish cupcakes, best things land dwellers ever made.
Okay, how many pounds of bacon are there?
Well, a good chunk of that would be the belly that's
Belly.
used for bacon, but I imagine there's probably some loin and loin chop area as well. Maybe some ribs in that 50 pounds. It's up to you. Basically, you can write down. You basically acquired 50 pounds worth of meat on something that big. It can be whatever type of meat you want from that pig. So just say like 50 pounds of wild boar, and like you can put in parentheses what kinds of cuts you think it is.
Well,
Yeah,
I say
I mean,
we only take half of it.
I mean,
Not
if we
maybe
just-
a quarter.
If we just want bacon, we can probably just
But also
take from
50
both
pounds.
of the boars.
50 pounds is only a fraction of what a bag of holding can hold. So
Yeah.
we can just hold on to it, and if we don't get to it, we don't get to it. But it out of character, it's Cloud, so we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not wrong.
Can't really go bad in a bag of holding, can it? 'Cause
It can. There is
Can?
there is air. There's air. Anytime you put something into take something out of a bag of holding, air does get put in or taken out.
Trust me. Trust me. Limbs can go bad in there.
Yeah. So basically, a bag of holding. A bag of holding is kind of like an airtight pantry. With like bits of air when you first started in. But it's kept at room temperature, so things that already have bacteria that don't necessarily need air in it, like pork meat like that, will spoil it over time if they're not put into a cold environment.
but
Or you
like
forget about 'em.
we won't smell it though, right? Like
Right.
it won't
No.
touch our other things. It's just
It
in
might
there.
touch other stuff that's in your bag of
Oh.
holding, but it won't. Yeah.
Trust me. After many sessions of keeping my fallen limbs in a bag of holding, we did not smell it.
Depends on the GM. I'm a GM that says the air molecules can sometimes transfer onto other items.
Until we dumped it out.
Yeah.
Then it was kind of smelly.
Okay. Don't we have an empty bag of holding? Wait a minute. Let's just throw it in that one. We don't use it.
I'm gonna dump out my bag of holding. Is there anything else in there?
You turned it inside out, and Just the things in your inventory. You know, little bits of money, you know, your bow, your arrows, that sort of stuff. Anything that you would have kept in your bag of holding. That's in your
Okay.
inventory. That's not currently, like, you know, in an arrow quiver, you know, on your belt, that sort of stuff would be in there.
I'm gonna look at Cogsworth. Hey, can I put this in your bag of holding, and we'll just put the meat in here? That way we don't have to worry about it stinking anything else up.
Well, we already have a spare bag, so you can keep your own stuff.
Starts just putting her stuff back in her bag, mumbling. I just wanted to be helpful.
You're helpful. We wouldn't have gotten this much bacon if it wasn't for you.
I'm a little rusty, okay? I don't remember the last time I shot an arrow.
Cats can be rusty? I've changed since I've slept.
And you guys would notice that when Cloud is like... when she's talking, her tail is almost like peeking over her shoulder.
It's moving seemingly with sentience.
Yeah, but it's not sentient. It's just...
Is Cloud even sentient?
I don't fucking know. Who
This-
knows?
Alright,
She talks,
so
she's sentient.
Shall we?
Mhm.
Dutch, lay down. Lay down, please. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, Topaz,
Yes.
just in case it was on your mind, the creatures we just dealt with, those are about the size of a cow.
No.
It's true.
Yeah, giant boar are about cow-sized.
No, in character.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought- no. Cows
It's
are like
true.
the size of whales, aren't they?
No.
Baby whales.
What the fuck are you talking about, Topaz?
Cows, they're like the size of whales. They're land whales.
Oh, honeybean.
I assure you, they are around the size of what we just dealt with.
Well, that's disappointing.
We'll if we come across some moo cows, we'll show you.
I won't be impressed now. I was looking forward to seeing some. I thought they would be grand, majestic beasts.
Oh, I
Did you
sure.
know that you can tip them?
Why would you want to do that?
Because it's funny.
You're a little sadistic, aren't you?
You, of all people, are not one that can talk.
I mean, she's not.
I speak from experience. I recognize the kindred spirit. Thank you very much.
Oh, God.
Hi.
That's concerning.
Why do I feel like Cloud and Topaz are going to get into a lot of shit?
Is this the beginning of a wonderful friendship?
Probably. Oh. Oh, Topaz, I got you bacon.
Again.
Hands a piece of raw bacon.
Raw, uncured, looks like a slab of meat. Doesn't
Isn't
exactly
the bacon
look
like I've had
bacon.
before. Don't-
No. But it makes a really funny sound if you hit somebody with it.
Oh, huh.
Oh, God. And you just gave it to a monk who can use improvised weapons with proficiency.
And Topaz or Cloud is just like raising her eyebrows, like, huh?
Roll the hit, Topaz. Roll the hit.
Bullet, I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought he was gonna hit Noxie with it.
I'll use my dart as my roll.
Oh God.
It's more blunt than that, so it doesn't do quite that. It doesn't really do that much damage. It does.
It doesn't do any damage. I'm just trying to slap it on her lips so it sticks.
You wanted to hear the funny sound? The
I
Okay.
want to hear the funny sound.
It just adheres to her shoulder blade then. Without damage.
Fort.
And makes a screeching noise.
There is now bacon on Volan's shoulder.
Uncooked, uncured.
That's great.
It's more of pig belly, freshly
That's
cut from the
gross.
pig. It's still slightly warm and
That's
oddly
gross.
greasy.
Noxie,
Oh, no.
Noxie makes a motion as if she's laughing.
We need to be careful. There's so much Peggy gets left her thighs.
You're all very funny.
I thought
You're
you
all
were gonna
very
say.
funny.
I thought you were gonna say she's gonna get pissed enough that we can cook bacon on her.
Oh no.
I mean, if we keep talking, I'm sure that'll be the case. Roll initiative.
I just look over and see Cloud. Like,
I'm gonna need everyone except Dread to roll initiative.
Why? Because she's the only
Even
one that keeps
Noxie?
her mouth shut.
Noxie can get it. I saw her laughing.
It's the captain's hat all over.
Oh dear.
I'm just gonna pick the piece of bacon off and throw it gently on the ground. So if we're done with that, Noxie, did you want to lead the way?
I just imagine.
She salutes and heads towards.
I imagine Volan looking back as like Cloud is getting ready to hand Topaz another piece of bacon. Puts it back in the bag.
Noxie was gonna motion to Cloud
Huh.
to lead the way. She's like pointing ahead.
All right, Cloud's gonna lead the way.
Because I realize my survival is +2.
And you think mine's much better?
You're a ranger.
Yes. In your favorite terrain.
And yeah,
It's
right.
your job as a ranger to lead
I
people
know
through.
it's my job. Okay.
It's a joke, dear. It's a joke.
Gosh.
I've never actually gotten to use my favorite terrain now that I think about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep heading northeast. Northeast.
Say it with some confidence, goddammit.
I'm gonna head northeast. Is that better?
Yes.
The smell of sea air soon fills your nostrils as you start seeing the trees ahead thin at your approach, and you hear the subtle sounds of seabirds. Caw, caw, caw. A sure sign that water is just ahead. And as you continue your approach, breaking free from the tree line, you hear the waves before you see them, crashing gently across the rocky shore, in some places very sandy.
Found it.
Good job.
Thanks.
I've been
Taking
thinking.
a closer look at the water and the sand, can I tell anything about like what part of the geography of, I don't want to say globe, like what seas this is adjacent to? I mean, I don't know if we already knew that, but trying to get a feel for, because of the sand and that kind of the consistency of it and the watercolor, that sort of thing.
Like how
Where we
roll,
might be on the map.
roll either nature or survival at advantage, because you, being a sea dweller and being and being who you are, you'd have a good chance of knowing that information, even if you've never been here before. Alright. You don't know if you're exactly on the right island, but you're pretty sure you are in the Azure Gulf. The sand is not too different from the sand that you saw on some of the other islands in the Azure Gulf. And the water just seems familiar. It's a bit cool, so you're probably in the northern section of the Azure Gulf, which is about where you believe you wanted to go.
Did we have an idea of where this tower was supposed to be already?
No.
No. All right. Well, then I'll sniff the sand and jump in the water and come back out and say, I believe we're still on the Azure Gulf. The sand in the water would seem to indicate so. I'm not sure where exactly in it, but I don't think we went really like to the other side of the world or anything. I would know.
Just out of character. I was thinking about it, how we have a 4-person boat and a 15-person, like it can fold into 2 different things.
Yeah.
I think we can fold into a 4-person boat if some of us can swim.
Well, I can.
And I can. I have a ring of swimming.
I have my mariner's armor, and we also have that helm of underwater action that we never gave to anybody.
While you guys are discussing this, Cloud is going to go into the ocean and wash the blood off of her. Comes out. You know how cats, when they clean their face, they lick their paws and then.
Any sea life, swim speed things.
Yeah, you do see various fish, not exactly tropical fish, not like the fish back home, but fish that you've seen. Some of the same fish that you've seen around salt marsh, and some that you probably saw as you were swimming up towards Madronis.
Okay, well, start carrying on a conversation and see if I can get a feel for if there have been men or men ships, whatever the fish word for that is. See.
But.
Alright, I'm gonna take you into whispers if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of the fish come swimming up. Some of the larger fish, one of the groups comes swimming up, and when you start asking about men, they're a little bit confused at first because they're looking you over and thinking that you meant like other sea elf sorts, and that
Right.
they'd say like no, they haven't really seen too many sea elves. They did see the occasional spacing on the name, the kind of the cute squat ones that kind of remind you of seals. Look, start with an L look or something. I forget the name how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
They've seen the occasional one, but when you go into more detail and ask about like other things like ships, they say, well, there's ships that head to the north, and then in the general direction of what you take to be north, and then they say that there are various ships that stay still to the south around the other side of this landmass.
Ships that stay still. And have you seen the men that walk on land there? The two legs that walk on land.
No, they don't come into the water.
Do they have any friends in the water?
We haven't seen any evidence of that. They occasionally drop lines in, and we try to avoid those. Those that follow the lines never come back.
How many of these ships have you seen? I don't think they can count. Many or few, I suppose.
They look at they look around at each other in the small school that they're in, and says, "More than you, less than us."
Very good. All right, that's all I really needed to know from them. That's enough to go on. I will come back out of the water.
Yeah, Topaz returns to you.
Well, that was interesting.
Pirate.
What was interesting?
The fish, they say that there are ships to the south side of this landmass sit in the water, more than one, fewer than the school of fish, so it could be any number, but at least two, probably more, and whoever it is, they are not sea dwellers. You can only assume they must mean they are two legs that walk on the land or something like that, but they are what I perceive to be the other side of this island.
Maybe they're cows.
And we should probably.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Noxie will hold up a sign and say, "Then we should sail to the other side of the island."
I agree. Might be
Found
just
a
what we're
human
looking for.
sacrifice.
Should we stick close to the land?
I'd say so. Maybe just go right around the coast. Certainly faster than trying to cross over the whole thing, I should think. It's all on the tree from the trees. Looked like it was relatively a good bit of land to cover.
Noxie will hold up a sign. We don't want to be blown out of the water, so we should stay close to land.
Fair point. Did we want to go with your idea of using the smaller boat? Maybe we can be more.
Well, and that would give Topaz, if she's willing, the chance to scout ahead.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
I believe we need to take the time to get someone attuned to the helm if we are concerned about it.
I can't breathe underwater, but I have a ring of swimming, so that'll allow me to keep up at least.
What, so Noxie doesn't almost drown this time?
Yeah, I have a magical item that prevents me from drowning now. Well, I mean, prevents me from not
Floundering?
Yeah.
That gives you a fighting chance.
So this will go swimmingly.
I was just about to fucking say that.
Were you, though?
I was, actually. Actually, my first thought was, fuck, he better not say anything about this going swimmingly. Dear, have I ever told you that you are not allowed to make a speech at our wedding?
I'm not.
Nope.
We can't pool our resources together?
Oh my god. Just like you're not allowed to name children.
What?
What?
I honestly didn't hear what you said.
Ferruccini Alfredo, dear.
It's fitting.
Can we get to the south side of the island, please?
Alright, so are the people who are swimming going to be sticking close to the boat, or are you guys scouting ahead?
I'm scouting ahead.
So Topaz is going to scout ahead. Anyone going with Topaz to scout ahead?
I'll stay in the water. I don't think it's a good idea for me to scout because I can't breathe underwater. So,
Okay.
Just tie Noxie to the boat.
bad idea. Just gonna stay close to
Float
the
on
boat.
your back!
Actually, are you guys okay with me having the helm of underwater action?
Fine with me. What's it do?
It creates a globe of air on my head so I can cast spells underwater.
Mm.
That's the main thing that I'm concerned about, but it also extends vision underwater.
Well,
Yeah, I
it
don't
makes
care.
zero
Long-
sense for the cat to have it.
I mean, as long as we're kind of getting things spread out as much as possible, so people that can be aquatic that otherwise could not.
Egg-laying mammals of action?
You already would be okay because you don't have to breathe, right?
Yeah, but I can't cast my spells underwater. That's the big thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I don't care. I got a swim speed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, so I would like to take out the helmet and. Quick question. Is there a note or rune engraved on the helm that might be a command word?
Command word for the Helm of Underwater Action?
Yes. Every resource I'm finding says it has a command word to activate a swim speed and a globe of air around your head.
Probably, underwater helm or something along those lines. It's basically wasn't included in the list of things that went along with the underwater action helm when we found it.
So I'll swim.
So is it just me and Dread on the boat?
No, I'm on the boat with you.
Oh, okay.
So Dread, Volan, and Cloud are all on the boat. Oh no,
Are we
wait.
taking a short rest?
No, Dread, Cloud, and wait, who's on the boat again?
Dread, Cloud, and Bolin.
And you guys just had a short rest. So is it
Okay.
is it only Topaz scouting then?
Cogsworth will scout with her, so she's not alone.
Well, if there's room in the boat, then Noxie will just clamber up into the boat then.
It's room enough for 4 people, so yeah. So yeah, the 4 people, 1 person's rowing, probably Volan since he's the strongest, or maybe Dread. She is a paladin after all. But you four are in the boat. Cogsworth and Topaz are out at the water. I'm going to put them in a separate group for now. Alright. I'm going to see if you guys see anything. Well, actually, no. You guys are jumping around. These guys are just scouting. They go first. Alright. I'm going to roll up to see if you guys see anything on your way there. Like, you're some ways away from the boat now, kind of scouting ahead, swimming along. Anything you two wish to talk about while you're there away from everybody else?
I don't wish to talk at all. I'm trying to be as stealthy as possible.
All right.
And chances are good that I have to keep circling back.
I have 30 feet of movement speed.
Yeah, and I got 55. So
Okay.
I'm basically having to. I'll go ahead and then come back, and then go ahead and come back.
So-
I'm doing a lot of back and forth.
So roll your stealth then.
Normal.
Would I still roll stealth with disadvantage given the water would dampen sound?
No, that plays. It's like you're moving very slowly in the water. It depends on what you're scouting for. So let me see let me see the two numbers again. Anyway, and I'll like, you know, if there's something that is based on visual movement, they might see you because you're not already in the water, versus
Okay.
something that uses auditory or sense of smell, which point it would be for them disadvantage noticing you. All
Yeah.
right. Now roll
one
me.
thing I will
Now both of you need to roll me perception checks as well. Cogsworth, what'd you say?
one thing I will say, like depending on how you rule like sharks and whatnot, they would still be able to see me. I think regardless because of the electrical thingamajig.
Yeah. Yeah, so at some point while you're swimming through, out of the corner of your eye, moving in the direction back towards the boat, you see what looks like a large snake. You at least see part of it anyway. And a bit of a shadow moving across your position.
Both of us see it.
Yeah, both of you would see it.
What's it doing? Where's it going?
You see it kind of moving back to the west, which is towards the direction of the boat. You only see a little bit of it. Like, you see what looks like a snake. Basically, you see ripples and shadows under the water. You see like a bit of a dark shadow, like a passing bit of kelp. And there's a bunch
Moving
of
away from us or toward
moving away,
our-
moving past your direction, kind of at a slant, but it's moving in a direction that may or may not intersect the boat behind you.
I will point up at our. Is our boat within 120 feet?
Let's see,
Or
your
how far are we
boat.
ahead?
I figured you were about 300 feet ahead.
300 feet. Okay. Sorry, I was
Scouting.
asking because I was considering using message to
Yeah,
warn them,
I
but
figured
it's
that.
120.
Yeah, I know the range.
I'll point at Bolin and use a message. Should we deal with that or warn them, or do you think it's fine?
You mean Topaz?
What did I say?
Volan.
I meant Topaz. Thank you.
Tell them to be on the lookout for it.
I can't. Too far.
And then let's go back a little bit.
Alright.
I will attempt to swim within range.
And I will be moving to the next group to tell them what they say.
Just keep her fed. I don't want to have to deal with it.
Alright, guys. Roll your perception checks.
Fuck me.
So you don't know how far away the rest of your party is, but as you look out into the water, you see something quite massive swimming. That's just kind of lifting up and swimming by. If you were underwater, you'd probably mistake the head of this creature and its neck for a snake.
Is this fucking Nessie?
Yes, it is.
The plesiosaur?
Yes, I rolled
Oh my
plesiosaur on the table. But you see a plesiosaur swimming right towards you.
Could I make some kind of check to figure out if those things are usually aggressive?
In fact, you see two of them.
Oh.
no.
Yeah,
This is battle mounts?
yeah. Could I make a nature check to figure out if those things are typically hostile?
Sure, you can make a check.
Can I help?
Can I second that?
Yes.
Oh,
Cloud coming in clutch, 22.
hey, my 17's nothing to scoff at.
They're completely, just like there wasn't a door.
They are often considered rather aggressive. They are quite large, and they are
Huh.
capable of holding their breath for up to an hour.
Ah.
Guys, get off
This,
the boat.
this doesn't.
What?
This doesn't mean that they can't be tamed. It's just these are typically predators.
Wait, why would we get off the boat? Like, do you want to go in and right into their maw?
No,
What's-
no. I mean, pull the boat up onto the land, get off the boat.
Yeah, we need to land. Because I'm not good in water.
Shit.
I'm just gonna take out a piece of boar meat and just chuck it as far away from us as I can.
Animal handling check.
Fuck. It's like Topaz fucking knows!
Okay, well, I'm vigorously rowing towards the shore.
Roll me a strength check. Let's see how fast you are.
Everyone
Sure.
is just chucking meat.
Can I help her?
Yes. I'm gonna say, Dread. You may roll animal handling at advantage.
We'll help row into shore.
Oh, you're gonna help rolling shore? Okay, roll, then strength at advantage rolling. As you take the other one and just kind of row. You row fast as the two plesiosaur just kind of advance on them. And as your boat gets to shore, they turn and start looking elsewhere. And one of them goes diving down, and I'm switching channels now.
At least I would hope so.
So the first thing you see is a chunk of that boar meat come floating down as you start swimming back towards the boat. It comes swimming down, and you can see an outline of the boat kind of fleeing towards shore. As you notice that the two masses of kelp, the large masses of kelp that you thought was kelp up there with snakes, with a snake looking down, isn't actually a snake in kelp. It's the body of a much larger creature that's swimming up near the surface. And one of them comes diving down towards you two.
What is it?
You being an underwater dweller, would recognize this pretty quickly as a plesiosaur.
Oh god.
F me.
Are they bad?
Yes.
Can I get a size?
They're large.
Can we take it or do we need to get to shore?
We can take it.
Cool.
It's liable to snatch somebody off the boat.
Oh no.
Oh, we see Noxie go into the water.
Yep. Noxie, while the one
Yeah.
is diving down towards Topaz and Cogsworth, the other one immediately turns towards you and starts going right towards you.
Oh, what's the swim speed, really quick?
They have a swim speed of 40.
That is also what my swim speed is.
Okay.
And also I'm a rogue, so
So you're gonna get down to Cogsworth and Topaz trailing the other one. Got it.
Yeah.
Anyone else on the shore doing anything like that? Or are you staying there for the moment?
I think at least Cloud is looking like, what the fuck just happened?
Guys,
Okay.
we have.
Noxie manages to swim down towards you, just bringing the other plesiosaur in her wake.
Moxie waves.
Calling out to you. What the hell are you doing?
And Cogsworth message shouts, "Get back in the goddamn boat. We had this."
It's going to swallow you whole.
She can't really communicate, so she just shrugs and tries to
Heading
swim
toward
back.
it. I'm trying to head it off. I know damn well this thing would eat her as soon as look at her. I'm trying to stop that from happening.
She is way faster though, because it has the same swim speed as Noxie, and Noxie's also a rogue. So
But what about the second
Time for
one that's
initiative.
already heading towards us?
So there's one that's almost on top of you, and the other one that was coming right
Uh,
down towards.
oh, when I split off to go back to the ship, could I try to like, I don't know, like get away from them, out of their sight?
No, it was following you down.
Okay. So,
one,
yeah, so-
one was already headed right for them, but the other one had stayed up towards the surface and then was following you down because you look like a tasty treat.
Okay.
Roll for initiative, please.
The boat is getting out.
The boat already got out. The other three are on the shore.
Okay, good.
Nice. Good one, Noxie.
Mhm.
Oh, you roll with advantage too?
Yeah, I have a crossbow of warning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Now,
Topaz, you're slipping.
Noxie, what's your Constitution saving throw? I mean, what's your Constitution? Sorry.
My Constitution is a 13.
Okay, so that means you have 1 to 2 minutes of air, or just 1 minute of air.
I don't remember how exactly it goes. I'll look it up.
Because it was probably taking you about 30 seconds to get down here, which is why I was saying that.
How deep are we?
You're probably at least 100 feet down.
Really?
Maybe 50 feet down, and that's right, because you were 300 feet away, and they were like that. So yeah, more than like 50 feet down. So I'm bad with that sort of distances
You're good.
and underwater. Trying
You're
to
good. I
remember.
was wondering-
That's right. You're pretty close to shore. So where you are now, it's probably more like 50 feet.
That's the big thing I was wondering. Like, how close are we to the coastal shelf where it just drops?
Yeah.
It's 1 plus con mod minutes.
Alright, yeah, so it's 2 minutes.
Yeah. So it's minute 30 at the moment, which is just over, which is like 15 rounds.
I think we can take care of that.
In worst case, I could always just smack my helmet on top of you.
All right. Noxie's first.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and aim at this one,
The one that was chasing you. Got it.
and I'm going to fire my crossbow.
Wow, that's a lot of sneak damage.
Nice.
As the arrow just kind of sinks into the back of the thing's throat, and it pretty much swallows the crossbow bolt sinks into the thing's throat, and pretty much swallows it. And it's probably a good idea to say that that particular crossbow is done for. Right, the bolt. Sorry, not the boat. The bolt.
The bolt? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, and that'll be my turn.
But there's blood now drifting through the water from that thing's mouth. Cogsworth.
Right. So what I'm gonna do? Let's see, where's the spell? I'm gonna double check what this does and decide my level. Yep. I cast Bless at first level, concentrating on that, and on each of the three of us add a D4 to attack rolls and saving throws. And it's the pink one for con, right?
Yeah, I
Concentration?
use that for con. Yeah.
And I will shimmy here. And then I will wait. Because I'm not sure what Topaz is going to do.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna do either. See what this one does when it comes down here.
All right. So Cogsworth is holding his. Well, actually, no, he didn't hold his action. You cast a spell. So
Yep.
yeah. Let's see. This plesiosaur moves 60 feet underwater, and we'll go for Noxie. Right.
Fuck. So
I can try.
Reach of 10 feet. Excellent. Actually, if it's a reach of 10 feet, it's going to attack Noxie from
Oh no.
there. Yeah, its jaws
Is that a
just go
15?
Yep. Strauss
15 does not hit.
Yep. Strauss goes snapping at her, and she manages to dodge out of the way. Topaz.
All right. Let's see. First off, okay, 10 feet to it. Normal. 15. Does that hit?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's I was reading somebody's message, Cloud's message, to say what she and the others were doing up above. So yeah, 15 does hit. Takes 14 points of
Stunning
damage.
attack.
Succeeds.
Everything makes her safe. All right.
Snapping its jaws right at you.
Let's go for that one again.
It's another hit.
Go ahead and try to stun it again. Oh my god. All right.
Ugh.
But it's beat up.
It's bleeding.
I only moved 10 feet. $45. Who's gonna go next? Noxie. Noxie can kill this thing. I'd better stay there. Yeah, I'd better stay there. Cogsworth.
Yeah.
See if you can block that other one.
I'll do my best.
Anything else you can do, Topaz?
I could move over there. I
Go
will.
action.
But then won't Noxie lose her sneak? I have to be next to it, or you have to blow your cunning action to be able to sneak it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'll figure it out.
All right. Then I will actually take the rest of my move. I have mobile, so that doesn't provoke. Move over to that
Oh,
one.
mobile. Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Move over to that one and attack it with a bonus.
Monks.
Ooh, that's a good roll too.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
I
a
will
crit,
spend a
but
key
still.
point and stunning attack that. Freaking fail.
Yeah.
Yes. So that one's stunned.
Which is good because
Wow.
its turn.
Yep.
All right.
And real quick, that stun is not a saving throw to cure, correct? It's just one missed turn.
Correct.
Until the end of my next turn, it's stunned.
There's a bit of movement from nearly above you and some to the side towards the shore. As Volin, Cloud, and Dread go diving down towards the water and see their companions some ways away.
God damn it.
Everybody else roll initiative.
Where's my token?
You're up at the
Top left.
top left corner.
Top left. Oh,
You're
there I am.
Yeah, you guys are some distance from these things.
Fuck me.
And remember, water action. With few exceptions, things are at disadvantage, and like for arrows and distance weapons, they can't hit past their max. Instead of going into disadvantage from there, it goes into that it stops moving. It can't move past that thing. It's just too much water pressure.
But when you gave me your crossbow, right?
Yeah, I was just about to whisper that
Crossbows
to you.
specifically, crossbows and bows have some weird difference, but I can't remember what exactly it
Yeah,
entails.
Bows don't. Bows are always going to be disadvantaged. The crossbow is not. Crossbow's okay. Net, spear, trident, dart.
Yeah.
They're all.
I link the
Normal
rules.
Oh,
I link the rules in Roll20 chat.
I don't have advantage with my Warhammer now. Whoop, whoop.
That is all.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can't make. Yeah, you can't hit something past its normal range.
Okay.
There you go, Lyra. Alright, so everyone rolled on there. Noxie, your turn.
Okay, which one should I go for? I mean, I guess.
Either way, this one's hurt. The other one's stunned.
And also hurt. I hurt that one pretty bad. You know, I don't imagine going anywhere. I could pop a disengage, but I'd rather just. Oh, I'm in melee with it, right? So.
It's it has a reach of 10 feet.
Yeah, so
Long neck.
So probably shooting it's actually a bad idea.
Is that considered melee range for Noxie, though? Because I think it's specifically within 5 feet, not within melee range.
I am
Like the
considered
disadvantage
in
rule?
melee with it because I'm within its melee range. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
I'll check real quick, but you go ahead and do whatever. I'll copy paste it once we're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I guess the best way for me to do damage here is just to fight this one that Topaz is fighting.
I was trying to think like isn't Crossbow Master negate that?
Yeah, but I don't have that.
No, it doesn't matter which one you're shooting at. They're both at disadvantage because of the one is within its melee range of you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna disengage first.
Okay.
Yeah, they say specifically within 5 feet of a hostile creature.
Okay.
You know what? Let me go to full 30.
Obviously, DM rules are like the final call, but
Yeah, but it
that's
says 5 feet, so I guess if it's like really within base to base with you, rather than the long neck being able to strike at you. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to shoot it. No advantage, but still get sneak.
Shoot it, Noxie, shoot it.
God. Okay.
Nice. You see another one of your arrows just like, kind of strike into this thing's throat, opening up. Sorry, crossbow, opening into this thing's throat, causing it to flash and thrail as lots of blood just comes pouring out of the wound, darkening the water around it.
All right. That's my turn.
Dread.
Actually, you know. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
What did you say, Noxie?
Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna because I've hit him. I'm gonna invoke Fury of the Small.
Did you want to use that right now? You can.
Yeah.
And that was enough to cause it to die. Its body just kind of floats upward.
I have no swim speed, so how do I handle that?
It's half your walking speed. As you attempt to swim down, holding your breath.
Holding my breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Cogsworth.
I'll run up to it, or swim up to it, and I will attack it with my Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer +1.
At disadvantage, but that's okay.
Actually,
because
I have a swim speed.
Doesn't matter. Either way, it hits.
Mm-hmm. So
That
18
is
damage.
18 damage. As you see the radiant warhammer just smash into this thing's flipper, causing it to bend a bit.
And could you possibly shimmy the plesiosaur and I just a little bit to the side? I want to move a little bit so Topaz can flank with me, but I don't want to jump off the map.
Well, Topaz can climb up there.
Yeah.
That works.
Cloud!
Oh yeah. I did have advantage because it was stunned.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
I'm gonna stay where she's at and give a thumbs up.
She's now completely wet and in the water.
Oh no.
She can't do anything.
Roll in!
Quick question: can you dash underwater?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll move 80 feet But
I
as I'm
think
heading there,
your move is generally halved though, unless you have a
But she
special.
has
I have
Mariners.
Mariner's
Oh,
armor.
you've got that armor.
She's got the Mariner's armor.
Can I hand off 2 javelins to Dread as I head down?
Well, that would be an action, so that would
Oh,
cut out
okay.
the dash if you do that.
Yeah, then forget it. I'll just swim 80 feet and that'll be my turn.
Yeah, that one didn't. I've got a crossbow.
And making sure your rat doesn't drown, Cloud.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying close to the surface.
Alright, the plesiosaur turns on Cogsworth. Because even though Cogsworth doesn't look edible, Cogsworth is threatening to it.
Neither of those hit.
Yeah, your AC is 23. God damn.
Uh-huh.
Topaz.
I tanked up.
Yeah. Clerics, they're very tanky.
I'm also at the old-fashioned warforged with a ring of protection and a cloak.
Yep. So you can jab your spear into this thing from behind as it was attempting to attack Cogsworth there.
Stabby stab, stabby stab.
Mm-hmm.
Still alive.
Yep. Yeah, you know how these things operate. Occasionally they come by and have worried your people down in the South Corals.
All right.
And that's enough. You come over and you just kind of pull your arm around this thing's neck and just kind of bend it backwards in your final strike with your legs and break its neck, leaving its body to start floating upwards. And you turn around in time to see that Volan is swimming madly down towards you.
We got this. Go back.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I'll make my if I can. I'll make my way to the surface.
Cloud crawls onto the beach just like a soaked cat.
Go over at Cogsworth. Maybe we should stay within range of your spell from now on. Or at least you should.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stay within range of the boat. You stay within range of me. And every once in a while, I'll just ping you.
That works.
And we'll just make our way back to shore.
I assume there's no way to try and harvest these plesiosaurs?
Well, they're
Underwater.
floating upwards, but yeah. That's up to you guys.
That'd be very difficult. I think it's
I'll
more
just ping
relevant
Topaz. Real quick.
What's
Is there
that?
any value in whatever those things are's hide? Or their teeth?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then I have no interest in them.
Nothing we really have time for.
I need to
I
get
get
Nyx a
oil
little.
or something out of them, but other than that, no.
I need to get Nyx a little scuba helmet.
Actually, now that I think about it, the oil would be great considering what we're looking to do later, but another time.
So we're what, around the east side of this island now?
Well, you're just kind of making your way around here as you guys have reconvened. Things seem pretty calm now that you've managed to eliminate the some of the predators in the area. And you continue on to the south, since that's where you said your direction was going.
Topaz,
Yes.
you need to educate Volan. She thought the plesiosaurs were friendly. And
I'm in
easy to tame.
I'm in the water. When are you telling me this?
Fuck, I'll tell you that later.
As you start heading around, you notice that there is a series of hills heading off to the west, just to pass the area where the trees start to thin out.
I guess every now and again it'll be good to surface, take a look. Especially
will
if it
say-
seems like terrain is changing. Not that I don't trust what the fish told me, but they can't see all that far.
Also, And when Topaz does that, I'll stay under the surface, but I'll leave Topaz up there for a bit, and then I'll just ping a question with message.
What would you like to ask?
It's literally just, what do you see?
Nothing. Hills.
And then I'll send that back to Volan.
I figured if it's the opposite direction, that it's Volan and the others that are on the boat that see the hills, because Topaz is underwater and is keeping an eye out for underwater things.
Topaz just said she was surfacing, though.
Yeah, but Volan and Topaz would both see it at this distance, even at this distance from each other.
Sure.
They both see the hills.
I'm just keeping everyone in the loop, so
Okay.
everyone knows what everyone sees.
More for my own edification than theirs. I know they can see from the boat, but I don't know what's up there, so I don't want to swim into like a bad, like, a trap or something. So
The last we need is Topaz swimming through a soda ring, and then we have to take ages getting her out of it.
yeah, thanks.
In the arms of an angel.
Shut up.
I love that song.
Cloud is just sulking in the boat because now she's wet.
Topaz, you've got a soda plastic thing holder and stuck in your teeth. Come here, let's get it out.
The afternoon sun is starting to dry you out, but your fur is all puffing out.
Yeah, I was about to say you've seen Oliver and Company, right?
You're now
I
a
have
bottle.
I have 2 cats.
Right. Yeah. Just
I know how it looks.
yep.
What about the rest of you? How are you guys getting along on that boat?
Just riding along.
Is Cogsworth keeping like constant messages between the 3 of us, or is it just like once in a while?
Think like every 5 minutes, maybe.
Okay. At one point, I'll ask if you have any water breathing potions that you'd be able to spare for the 4 of us on this thing.
I will pull the bag of holding up to my pocket of air and check. I believe we do. I just need to check the number.
I have a question for the GM.
Yes?
How many potions would it take to give to a rat?
Less than 1, but if it was less than 1, the potion would no longer be work for anyone else that's not a rat.
Also, you hear back 8.
Can you swim them back to us, or are you too far out?
In the distance, you see a hunk of metal waiting sullenly for you.
Alright, I'll speed up the little boat to
It's
go
not
catch
really
her.
much of a distance. He's only 120 feet away if he's still talking to you.
He liked being underwater. He felt sneaky for once.
Yeah.
I'll ping Topaz that I'm waiting to pass that along.
Alright, if we catch up, I'd like to take 4 of them and hand them out to everyone on the little folding boat.
Just in case.
Alright, so each of you has a potion of underwater breathing then.
Actually, one thing I do want to go ahead and do just while I'm up here, I want to hand, if the captain allows me, I want to hand Noxie 12 plus 2 crossbow bolts.
Oh.
Hmm. Yep.
Little voice come through the stone. Thanks.
Not a problem. I just remembered we found those recently. And Cogsworth noisily chugs back into the water.
That actually puts me straight at 30. That's pretty good.
Sweet.
But those are plus 2.
Oh yeah, they're plus 2.
Uh-huh. Those 12 specifically. Don't lose them.
Very nice. You guys continuing to head south?
Yep.
Captain, are we there yet?
Okay, so I know you don't know me very well, but we're not going to do this.
Roll perception check.
Who?
The group that's currently on the boat.
Dread, you roll with advantage. Sentinel shield.
Go 14 is what max.
Still, advantage on perception and initiative.
Noxie?
Yep.
Perception roll.
Uh, there we go.
Alright. So, while Cloud, Dread, and Volan are either looking in the wrong direction or perhaps, chatting with each other, depending, Noxie happens to glance off towards the shore direction. And she begins to make out the signs of people habitation, fire, the evidence of smoke and such. And she thinks at a very wide distance that she might be able to see the sides of buildings, possibly even a wall.
All right, Noxie will relay that to the party.
Huh.
Would Volan relay that to Cogsworth in one of the pings?
Yeah, the next ping he would send.
And then I'll ping that up to Topaz. Signs of life. Convene back to the boat.
What do they want to do?
Convene back to the boat. We'll strategize from there. And Cogsworth will go back to the boat. And I think just because of how the air bubble is structured, when he pops out of the water, there's literally just like a soap bubble just around his head for a second before it pops. Waiting on Topaz.
Okay, guess I'm heading in toward the shore.
All right.
If they're stopping, are they?
Are you
veering
guys
toward the?
heading towards shore? Or are you staying a little ways away?
I'm
I
going
see.
back to the boat, wherever the boat is.
I think we should head in towards the shore so we're not in open water when we're heading over.
Works for me. Then I'll ping that to Topaz just in case.
All right. So you end up on the shore, hearing the seagulls above, just a little bit south of where the hills are. And over here, this is more. There are trees scattered here and there, but it's more of a grasslands type area down south. And the more you look towards the west, the more you can see evidence of what's either a small town or a village in the distance.
Are we thinking this is more friendly small town? Because, I mean, do we think the pirates have their own city?
It's hard to say. Because there's only one way to find out for sure.
Yeah, and it doesn't really seem like we're gonna do much sneaking.
What are you saying? I'm not quiet?
Hmm?
Are you saying I'm not quiet?
Oh no, it's not that. It's just this open grassland. Unless we wanted to take to the water again, but we'd still be seen above the boat. So do we want to travel by water still, or do we just want to walk on land and see what happens?
I'm fine with whichever, as long as we're safe. And we don't know who's really on this island. We have an idea, but we're not sure. We don't know what kind of threat they pose.
Okay. Noxie holds with a sign. My vote's on land.
I say on land too. Anyone else?
I'm fine with it.
All right, so we're making landfall, I guess.
All right. You bring your boat into shore. You speak the command word to fold it back up so that it's not just like hanging out there, or that it's not like too unwieldy to carry. And you're now finding yourselves in a well, what looks like kind of a tranquil plains setting. The sun is been way down the horizon. It is mid-afternoon at this point, leading on towards dinner time.
Would we reach where she saw the buildings tonight?
Oh, you would reach that probably within 20 minutes easily.
So right around dark or a little before?
No, it'd still be plenty of light. But
How developed does this settlement look? Does it look hodgepodge, or does it look like long established?
roll an investigation check. You're at a distance, so that'd be a disadvantage.
Investigation?
Yes.
4.
Yeah, so you really can't tell from this distance. All you know for certain is that there is smoke rising from whatever structures there are. Like not that these buildings are on fire sort of smoke, but more of a cooking fire sort of stuff.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's blazing out of control.
Right. But it's definitely not huts. That's all you can tell from this for certain at this distance.
Well, we should get closer. Send in the Noxie.
Yeah.
If I may say, how many columns of smoke are there?
With that,
One or two, or
with that
countless?
investigation check, you can't really tell. Like, there's at least more than one. That's all you know for certain.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I'll be scouting ahead then.
All right.
Well, we need to go up and find a spot, preferably with a better vantage point, and see more detail before we send anybody in. We can't even tell how many smoke fires we see. If we get up there and it's like within a half a mile, find a spot a little higher maybe.
Those hills to the south.
This
I
is
mean,
to the west.
Not my strong point. That would be Cloud's thing to do. Find a good spot to stop and look, and then decide. Okay, do we want to send somebody in there to take? We probably will, but
Yeah. Sorry. When I'm looking at the map grids, I see what looks kind of like a hilly mark.
Yeah, that's to the north of you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought we were in the grasslands to the north of those.
No, ugh.
My bad.
Yeah, sorry. I should put a marker for you guys.
but what you say we're seeing is due west.
Yes.
Not really in the hills then.
No, this would be on the south of the hills.
But if we started kind of going up along the bottom edge of those hills, we could find a spot that's slightly higher than where the village is.
You can imagine so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, let's do it then.
All right, so start heading west, back inland.
Right.
Eventually,
Can I just get a very, very brief description of what we're doing?
go for it.
Sure I didn't miss anything. So, we're going into land. We see a sort of settlement, but too far really to tell.
Hold on a second. Patchy, don't even start. Okay, proceed.
So, we can't really tell like how many structures there are, or like how many cooking fires there are. But there are cooking fires, and it's not like thatch huts. We're to the south of the hills on that map. We're kind of along the foothills now, trying to get a vantage point to get a better look at whatever settlement this is.
Okay.
And it's around dinner time.
No, it's like an hour. It's like 2 hours before dinner time. It's like 3 to 4 in the afternoon.
Sorry, I heard dinner time.
It's closing in on dinner time. It's not quite dinner time yet.
And you said we're like 20 minutes out if we walk directly.
Yeah.
All right. I'll keep an eye out as we're going.
continue
Right.
along using the hills as a brace, and you start getting closer and closer to what looks like a small cluster of buildings. There appears to be a dirt path leaving them behind. Like, this is one cluster that's out further away from more settled areas from the looks of things. Like, there is a settlement on this island, but it's a bit spread out in this area. So you see even from this distance a few horses and a cart, and it looks like statuesque humanoid figures engaged in some kind of activity outside. Outside, not huts, like I said, more like log buildings, like you would have seen in frontier settlers in the United States a couple hundred years ago.
Noxie, did you want to head in to take a look at that? They seem further off than the others.
She nods.
All right. Gonna roll sneak.
Yep. Do you want the stealth roll now?
Yes, please. So you're almost invisible as you leave your party behind. They might not even be aware that you're gone, as as you find some taller grasses and manage to push your way through. You hear the small neighing noise of a goat as you get closer, and as you do and peer through the grasses, you make out several somewhat familiar shapes, and you hear a language being spoken that you also recognize, not as common. You hear a goblin being spoken, and the figures that you see around in those buildings are hobgoblins.
Okay. Well, I do understand Goblin, so. Can I get a little closer, figure out exactly what they're saying?
Sure. And as you approach, you hear. I really want to get out soon, get some more raids done. The Sahagan have been haunting the oceans, haunting the Gulf for a while now, and been cutting down on our business. And then another one spits, and the King of Keelan has had a price on all of our heads for years now. Something needs to be done about that. Another one laughs and says, there are ways around that. Besides, if we did something, they'd only come after us with more of a vengeance. No, better to lay low and let them forget about all that. Besides, we're only getting a piece of the action. It's not like any of us are higher up, and they just kind of like nod at each other at this point.
Okay. Nox is gonna make her way back to the party.
Okay.
Oh,
So Noxie basically, you didn't see her leave. You probably spun around looking for her for a few minutes, and after about 10 minutes, she perfectly pops her head back up from some taller grasses, ones that wouldn't have been able to hide any of you. But Noxie's a goblin. She's good at using that sort of thing to her advantage.
Noxie holds up a sign. Hobgoblins, possibly part of the Sea Princes.
I knew it. I said as much. People said, Topaz, you're crazy. There are no hobgoblins there. They're all down on the island of Asgalon or whatever the hell it's called. I said, no, they're not. I've seen them.
Yep, Topaz.
okay. Well,
Topaz. I think they just meant you're crazy. Full stop.
Just saying, I was right.
right. So we think they're part of the Sea Princes, maybe?
She holds up a sign. They were talking about how the king had a what was it? Was it a take on them? A bounty on them?
Bounty.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, bounty. Yeah.
Sounds like wrongdoers to me.
And how the Sahagan is screwing up their business.
Yep.
I mean, that fits. That tracks.
intimidating.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with going in and just taking them on, but does anyone else have objections to that?
I
Not
feel
at all,
that
but we need to. We're going to have to take a prisoner, at least one.
Cogsworth, what were you gonna say?
I agree with Topaz's point, but I also think we should wait a little longer, possibly till it's nighttime and it's dark. And why the hell is our cat invisible in the dark?
Aye.
But yeah, I feel like we'll have an advantage if we can catch them unawares.
Okay, so we wait out till maybe they go to sleep and we take them?
Though I am thinking that maybe Noxie and the cat burglar in training over here should be just a little bit ahead. Maybe they can catch any guards unaware.
I mean, to be fair, darkness isn't going to be much of an advantage. They can see in the dark as well as any of us.
I was thinking.
Could you see the cat? Because I couldn't.
I don't know about the cat. Okay, it's a freak show around here on the best of days. Nothing surprises me anymore. I'm just saying, hobgoblins see in the dark.
Cloud just like raises her hand. You know I'm right here, right?
Right now, but when the sun goes down, I won't.
No. Oh my god. Is he always this dense?
I'm made of metal.
Made of metal, so
He would make a very good doorstop.
we've done that.
I still can't get that dent out.
Alright, I look at Noxie. You wanna go fuck some shit up?
She kind of.
Scouting is one thing. If we're going to go in and try to like take people out, then we're going to have to take pains to try and not have any more embarrassing, loud.
I look at Volan.
I look at Dread.
Dread's not the problem anymore.
Well, Dread was the reason I. Let's let the sneaky people go in first, and then we just charge them.
Yeah.
Noxie holds up a sign. Dread just needs
Dread's
practice.
not used to
moving
wearing
your-
armor that's so lightweight and flexible.
So what you're saying is, Noxie, is Volan's completely helpless.
She destructs.
Mm-hmm,
Oh yeah, did we take quick question? We took a short rest between the Placeosaurus fight and now.
We did not.
Those of you who were rowing on the boat, like I think that only Volan and possibly Dread were rolling, which basically means Noxie and Cloud are the only two that would have gotten a short rest during any of that.
Okay. I just want to know if I got Fury the Small back.
Does Noxie look beat up, or did nothing hit her?
Nothing hit her.
Does anyone look beat up at all?
Nope.
They've still got their temporary HP from 8 up.
It's not
Yeah.
temporary HP. It's increased maximum.
Oh, that's right. It's increased maximum. Ugh, sorry.
You're good. It's amazing for what it is. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we gonna be sneaky, or is Volan coming with us?
Again,
Do
I
you
think
have
we
any
should.
spells? Anybody magic to help with that sort of thing?
I have silence, but it doesn't move.
Fuck.
I could. No,
Can't
it still
cast
wouldn't
it on a
work.
rock. I mean,
It's a point in space, not an object, unfortunately.
I don't know how your spells work.
Cloud is just going to point probably like 50 feet away. Volan, I'm gonna go stand over here with my back to you. Try to sneak up on me.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to practice.
I don't really know how much practice we're gonna get in before
Just
they.
sneak up on me, goddammit!
Well,
You know that's like asking a rhino to sneak up on you.
I'm very big and wearing scale mail.
There's the piggies in action.
Also,
Oh, god.
Cloud's a bad example because I bet her passive wisdom is pretty high.
No, actually.
At least,
You can still
Yeah.
hear her jangling at every step.
Yeah, Bolin would have snuck up on me.
I will say they did nerf the Gloomstalker. Apparently, they no longer add Wisdom mod to their initiative, on top of advantage.
Oh,
Wait, I mix that up. They add Wisdom mod to initiative, but don't get advantage anymore. You
Okay.
need stuff like the bow of warning and all that.
Okay, well, you know what? That's good enough. Let's just go.
Like I said,
Topaz, do you have that horn that we can blow to let them know we're on our way?
again, we wait till nighttime. The sneaky scouts lead the way and take out any loners. And when the time comes, Volan and I charge in. Shock troopers.
charge in with you.
Yeah, it's the 34th of renewal in the Herberus calendar, which is the second month of the Keoland calendar. So it is currently, let's see, days are getting longer, which means it's still daylight as dinner time rolls around.
Are we close enough we can see an approximate number of structures? Like double digits?
Yeah, at the moment it looks like this cluster has 5, but there is a road that's leading off towards the west.
Do they look like simple one-room cabins or big enough they could have more complicated layouts?
These particular ones look like they're more simple one-room cabin sort of deals.
Okay. But there are bigger ones down the way with the separation?
As you look down the road, getting closer, you notice that there's some more refined buildings, and in the further distance towards the southwest, there are some what look like to be walled-in structures, most likely mansions or the equivalent thereof, like more opulence. These ones basically look like they are the the bottom of the barrel sort of people that are just kind of feeling lucky to have a house, even if it's one room.
I assume we're nowhere near the water here, where they are.
Right, you're kind of in the middle of things.
Is there any way that I would be able, like, are there any branches hanging over the roofs of the houses?
Like little trees to climb up?
No, it looks like most of the trees were cut down to build these houses. Just the occasional stump that you can see here and there, and the occasional like small tree poking up through the ground. Like
What did we get a rundown of their weapons and armor?
See, Noxie would have probably seen swords at their belts and bows hanging off their backs.
Yep.
And some of them look like they were in leather, others look like they were in scale mail. And she saw about 5 of them hanging around out there.
Did they have sentries?
Noxie did not see that. She just saw 5 individuals hanging around, chatting.
They might get lucky. They might not be expecting any attacks from the land. Let's go see if we can pick one off,
Oh, I was
pull them
about to ask
back, and get
if
some
they were.
questions.
I was about to ask if they were huddled together.
If we can find one alone, I think it's better to know what we're up against than, just start laying waste. It's probably what it's going to turn into, but we can make the token effort.
Cloud's ears just kind of flatten against her head and she looks down. Fine.
What?
No, it's okay. We'll go with your idea.
I'm just saying, we get one, we take them out where they won't be heard, and we start getting some questions answered.
I was
Find
just
out
gonna...
where the hell we are, and if this is the Sea Princes, and how many of them there are, before we start declaring war. We go in there and suddenly just determine there's 100 of them pouring out of the woodwork.
There. I was just going to...
And you know me, the picture of caution, I'm saying we should do this, so...
Oh,
Fair.
and real quick,
Go in there, bow blazing, be my guest, but...
I was just gonna send a hail of thorns down upon them, but...
Hail of Thorns, I like that. That's pretty cool.
and real quick, The island we're on, it's not surrounded by mist, is it? It's clear ocean.
No. It's clear ocean.
That was all.
So let's pick a staging ground where the not so stealthy people can be within a short distance of whatever action takes place if things go badly. And then give those of us who can be sneaky a chance to go up and pick one off. If we can't do it, then we'll have to do things the hard way. How about that? If we can do it, we'll bring them back to you.
I'm fine
That
with
sounds like a plan to me.
Noxie nods in agreement.
Alright, so what is our plan? Looks at Topaz and Noxie.
Real quick, out of character, Cogsworth has an idea, but I need to double check with more experienced players for spellcasting.
Okay.
For spells like Revivify, where they don't have a bonus to upcast, can I technically use a higher level spell slot to cast them,
Yes.
even if it doesn't?
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything extra, but you can use a higher level spell slot to cast anything. It's just that it only basically if you run out of lower level for some reason and need to use that.
Okay. So I am going to walk over to Topaz. Topaz, can I see your arm real quick?
Hold out my
She-
arm. What are you doing?
Never mind. Are we wanting to wait till it's dark? Do we have an hour, or are we going now?
I just as soon go now. It doesn't matter. They're going to be able to see. It's just a matter of whether we get within, vision range or not, which is still going to be 50, 60 feet.
You had to hold her arm to ask her that question.
I was wondering because I wanted to get a contingency in place as she's one of our front line. But if we don't have time, because I need an hour to set it up, then we'll just go. I'll save the spell.
I'm fine with an hour. We're not in a rush here, are we, folks?
No, they'll still be
No.
here.
They'll still be here.
Okay.
I've
My thing is,
kind
I wanna
of
get
gone
sleep.
through most of my energies too. I'm fine with sit down for an hour. Perfectly fine.
If we could, I want to set up a contingency in case you get hurt.
What are the chances of that?
Aye.
That never
Topaz,
happens.
I just got here and I already know the answer to that.
Well, Cogsworth is going to take that hour if he can, and he's going to be casting a spell for the next hour, and at the end of it, Topaz will have a lightly glowing rune on the back of her hand that then disappears. And Topaz, I will message you what happens.
What sort of capability is the rune in effect?
Glyph of Warding. I'm storing a spell in
Okay.
it. I will tell you what it is as well.
Okay.
Cloud walks over to Volan. So, how long have you and Topaz been together?
I don't know. It feels like 30 years. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm assuming I don't hear this.
Well,
Well.
it's when Cogsworth is doing stuff. It's been about a year, guys.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys make a really cute couple.
Don't say that. Ew.
But
I mean, thanks, but oh.
I mean, we're in the
Okay, fine.
we're in the
Fine.
40s of episodes, so
You guys complement each other well.
Oh yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You both fight good.
Thanks.
It's been about
that
a year
better?
since we started this,
Respect
huh?
At the end of the hour, I'm ready.
I like that's pretty cool.
What was that?
I said that glyph is pretty cool.
All right, we're ready.
Okay, so I guess it's me, Cloud, Noxie,
Yep.
Yep.
and keep within sight of each other.
Cloud
can
just
throw some
raises.
signals back and forth. We don't
Raises
have
her
any
hand.
magical way to communicate, do we? We're gonna have to rely on
Symbols
hand
and
signals. and what have you.
yeah.
Well, so Cloud just kind of raises her hand at that. I could communicate with you guys.
Noxie's just shaking her head like, no, don't do that, don't do that.
I'm really good with like bird calls.
Bird
Hmm.
calls.
Yeah, bird calls. I look at Noxie like, did I do okay?
Thumbs up.
Okay, so what are the bird calls going to be?
Okay. This one means we're good to go.
That was terrible.
Fine. Out of character, I don't know how the fuck to do bird calls.
Pretty niche skill.
What'd you say, Noxie?
It's pretty niche skill.
My lips are too dry, or else I'd be doing them right now.
Alright.
Let's just go. Let's just go.
Yeah. When Noxie goes into stealth, she's gonna try and not hide from Topaz or Cloud.
Alright, so 3 of you, please stealth for me.
Oh no.
God damn it! And I'm good at this.
So am I.
So both Cloud and Topaz are making stomping noises in the grass. Noxie is once again kind of disappeared from the group of you into the somewhat... For most of you, it's like, kind of waist-height grass. For Noxie, it's easy for her to disappear into it.
It's head height.
Yeah.
Cloud is gonna motion at Topaz, like, what are you doing? You're being so loud.
As the 3 of you approach the cabins, you notice that 3 of the hobgoblins seem to have disappeared somewhere, probably inside. 2 of them are hanging around outside, still talking, but both of them, look up and look out towards the grass and seem to focus on
Latin.
All right. Roll dexterity check, please, Topaz, to see how fast you can do that.
Dexterity check. Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
Do you speak Goblin, Topaz?
No.
So Noxie, you hear the calling of "Hey, who's out there? Show yourself!" And like one of them's yelling in Goblin.
Great. The one person that can speak it can't talk.
And the other one is slowly reaching for their bow.
Oh my god.
And
Cloud is just gonna like freeze. Like if I don't move, they can't see me.
And the one shouting switches over towards heavily accented common, going, "You there, Kitty? What are you doing here? Why are you sneaking through the grass?"
How many of them are there?
There are currently 2 outside.
Breaking cover. I'm just going around full speed, right at them.
Oh.
You're going in for the
Okay.
attack?
There's
Never mind
no
then.
point in waiting. I'm going right for the attack. I'm just going
Alright.
to
Fine, I'll
slam
shoot.
into them and try to take them out before.
All right,
they can
then
see me.
that's
I'll
where
shoot the other one.
that's where we're gonna leave it here for this week.
Oh,
Right as you guys are starting your attack on the hobgoblins.
I was hoping to get a stealth kill this sesh, but oh well. You guys rolled low.
Hey. Sorry.
3-ring circus.
Da, 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 da.
Come on, Topaz. You're weighing it down.
yeah.
Well, you guys did get some fighting in.
What was that Grizz you cut out?
I said you guys did manage to get some fighting in.
Mm-hmm. And we got some setup for a lot of combat next round with how we're playing.
Yep.
Haven't cast my spells yet, so it's pretty